there will be a showdown tonight at the Melbourne Town Hall as there's a motion to debate the introduction of a new drug injecting room on Flinders Street in the heart of Melbourne CBD. The Herald Sun tonight is reporting council leadership, including Lord Mayor Sally Capp, will back the proposal if local residences and businesses aren't impacted. The one councillor, Roshena Campbell, is holding firm. She joins me now from Melbourne's Town Hall, where the vote will take place a little later on this evening. Roshena, when I spoke to you last week, this was your motion. We didn't know where the Lord Mayor Sally Capp would be on this issue. It appears she's likely to wave through the injecting room. Now, she says if it won't hurt business, if it won't upset local residents, it's very clear they don't want it. Is there any chance it will fail to succeed?
We'll have to wait for it to play out tonight in the chamber, Peta, but what I am hearing loud and clear from the residents and businesses I have spoken to is they do not want a safe injecting room. They don't want it on Flinders Street. They don't want it in the city. We're still trying to get back on our feet after COVID, and from the events today, we know that the COVID journey is not over. We've got to help those businesses thrive again, and an injecting room will not assist with that.
There was a lot of crowing from the Mayor today about boosting her budget, your budget too, to help the Melbourne CBD get back on its feet. But blind Freddie can see that if this goes ahead, no amount of spending and marketing to get families back in the city and tourists to come to the Melbourne CBD will work if in the heart of Melbourne you've got drug dealers and a heroin injecting room. Surely councillors can see that.
That's why I'm moving this motion objecting to it being anywhere in the city of Melbourne. What we know is the visitors and the tourists will not return if our streets are littered with syringes or there are drug deals taking place. And the experience in North Richmond, where the state government has bungled the first safe injecting room, shows us they cannot manage to do it properly. They have ruined that community, and I don't want it to happen a second time here in Melbourne.
Look, I spent the weekend talking to a lot of businesses in the CBD, predominantly retail and restaurants. I couldn't find one who was supportive of this centre going ahead. Now, if the Lord Mayor is saying it will only go ahead if businesses aren't damaged by it, if residents are happy enough to have it there, that's not my evidence. What's your evidence to say it should go ahead?
I do not trust this state government to conduct themselves in a way that protects businesses. We've seen their budget. They're not in it for business, and I am really worried that the businesses in Melbourne that have already struggled so much will be crippled by this safe injecting room. The other thing that's really concerning me is the Police Association have made a public submission on this, and they have said they are really concerned there will be a spike in crime and there will not be adequate police response times to deal with it. I don't think the people of Melbourne should have to deal with stabbings, burglaries, which they report increased in Richmond after the state government's injecting room there was created.
If it is agreed by council tonight, despite your best efforts, if it goes ahead, is there any other legal steps you or businesses can take to stop the introduction of this heroin and ice injecting room?
Yes. So we're still waiting for the state government's decision. We understand there will be a consultation period after that. I hope that my motion passes tonight, but if it doesn't, I hope the state government listens to the business community loud and clear. They don't want it here. They need a chance to get back on their feet, and we want to be proud of Melbourne. We want to be a place that visitors and tourists flock to again. They're not going to do it if our reputation is a city that's really a drug den.
Yeah, just on that point about consultation, the Police Association, Wayne Gatt, issued a statement last week. He called the consultation or the discussions to date with the state government to be underhanded. How confident are you, if you can't stop it, if it goes ahead, that residents and councillors like yourself, Roshena, will have any say in what eventuates from this injecting room?
We'll have to wait and see how the state government listens to us. But one thing that does terrify me, their first location was the Queen Victoria Market. We told them that was inappropriate. They took 10 months and it turned out they found an even worse location. This is not a government that listens to the concerns of of residents or businesses, and I don't have a lot of faith in the state government on this one. I hope they can prove me wrong.
Just before we go, there was supposed to be a report from a former police commissioner on this proposed second injecting room. You're on the council at Melbourne. Have you seen the report?
I have not seen the report. It was due last year and there is no sign of it, certainly not on my desk.
All right, well, good luck tonight with the vote, Roshena Campbell. I think you've got a lot of Melburnians and people who love Melbourne on your side. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Peter.